Hey guys, Procrastination Gaming here, and welcome to the channel. This is going to be my Week 11 predictions for the 2017 NFL season. First game here, we have Titans at Steelers. We are going to take the Steelers 31-24 in this game. I think as long as Le'Veon Bell gets around 30 touches this game, the Steelers are going to have no problem winning this game, and I do think this game would be a little closer because the Steelers have had a few games go that way this year, but I still think the Steelers ought to win this game at home. And yeah, I think the Titans on offense might do a little bit. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball a whole lot, but I guess we'll see. I do think the Steelers will win this game, though. 31-24 is going to be my score. Then for the next game here, we have Lions at Bears. Obviously, I'm a Lions fan. I'm taking the Lions in this one. 27-21 is going to be my score. I think this game is going to be definitely a lot closer than it should be. This is going to be one of those games that the Lions really have to win. There's no other way to put it. This game has to be a win for the Lions. If they're going to do anything this year, the Lions have to get to 10 wins. So we probably have to win 6 of our next 8 games if we want to make the playoffs. So yeah, Lions really need to win this game. So yeah, I mean the Lions really have to win this game if they want to make the playoffs. For the next game here, we have Jaguars at Browns. I am taking the Jaguars in this one. My score is going to be 17-10. And I think all the Jaguars have to do is run the ball this game. I don't think they should have to throw the ball a whole lot. And I think if they try to throw the ball, they might actually lose this game just because Blake Bortles makes a lot of mistakes. And I think that would give the Browns a chance to get back in this game. But I think all the Browns really can do in this game is hope that the Jaguars don't run the ball, and if the Jaguars run the ball, they will definitely win this game. And then for the next game here, we have Ravens at Packers. I am taking the Ravens 28-17, and a lot of that has to do with the Green Bay Packers backfield right now. There's 2 guys that have been injured. One of them is going to probably miss the season, and then Ty Montgomery, he injured his ribs. It looks like he might not play this week. They're not sure yet, but I'm going to go lean on the side that he's not going to play, and if he does play, he's not going to be running the ball a whole lot. So I am going to take the Ravens 28-17. I think the Packers, if they can't move the ball through the ground, and I think if they can't get their running back involved in the passing game anyway, I don't think they're going to be able to win this game at all. I don't think it'll be very close, and I think it could be even worse than that score, but I do think the Ravens will win this game 28-17. Then for the next game here, we have Cardinals at Texans. I'm taking the Cardinals 21-13. Texans won't be able to do a whole lot ever since Deshaun Watson got hurt. They have not looked like an NFL team. They do not look great on offense, especially throwing the ball. Maybe Lamar Miller might have a few good plays, but I think that's going to be about it if you're a Texans fan for this game. And then for the Cardinals, really all they have to do is score a couple times and they'll pretty much win this game. I think the Texans are going to probably punt the ball on most of their possessions, or they're going to throw interceptions. It's going to be turnovers, a lot of fumbles. I don't think the Texans will be able to do very much at all in offense. So I do think the Cardinals will win this game. 21-13 is going to be my score. And then the next game here, we have Buccaneers at Dolphins. I am taking the Dolphins in this one, 23-13. Both of these teams are really bad. You got Jay Cutler on one side, and then on the other side you have Ryan Fitzpatrick. So neither of these teams really has a good quarterback, and I think it's going to be a lot of interceptions this game, and I think it's going to be kind of fun to watch, maybe if you like defense. So it's going to be one of those kinds of games, though. I'm taking the Dolphins 23-17. I think they'll win just because they have better running backs, and I think Kenyon Drake and the other guy, I can't think of the other guy's name, but he looked good last week and the week before, so I'm going to take the Dolphins. And then for the next game here, we have Rams at Vikings. I am taking the Rams in this one. My score is going to be 45-34, and I think the Vikings will be able to score points. They have shown the ability to score a lot of points this year when they have to, but I still think the Rams on offense will be able to score more points just by being more efficient. I think the Rams will be very efficient in the red zone, and I think they'll score more touchdowns than the Vikings will. That's how they're going to win this game. Then for the next game here, we have Chiefs at Giants. I'm taking the Chiefs in this one, 24-12. A few weeks ago, this game would have been a blowout, but the Chiefs have not been the same team since going 6-0. They do not look anything like they used to. 24-12 is going to be my score, and I hope that Kareem Hunt can get back on track for this season. I hope he gets some space from the running game, and I'd like to see them get back to what they were playing like earlier this season. They were a lot of fun to watch. Then for the next game here, we have Redskins at Saints. Redskins are one of those teams that I am convinced they are a good team, but there are just two other good teams in that division right now. Obviously, the Cowboys being ahead of them, and then the Eagles playing lights out. And I think the Saints are going to win this game against the Redskins because I think they are just a better team overall. But the Redskins are one of those teams that I think is a good team just because of how they played the Vikings last week. I do have the Saints winning this game, though. My score is 31-20, and I think the Saints should be able to run the ball like they have pretty much every game this week. I think they could play tough defense and win this game. But this would be, I think, only the third time this year that the Saints have allowed 20 points, and I do think the Redskins will score about 20 points. So, next game here, Bills at Chargers. The Bills are gonna be starting Nathan Peterman. I guess we'll see what that's gonna look like. I think the Chargers are gonna lose this game because the Chargers have lost a lot of close games this year. And it was kind of the same story last year. And I don't think it's going to change. I think a lot of times they get tired at the end of games and they just kind of let it get away from them. And I think that might happen again this game. I'm definitely taking the Bills in this game. My score is going to be 23-21. Very close one. The Bills are going to pull it out in the end. The Chargers are going to just let it go. And then the next game here, we have Bengals at Broncos. I am taking the Broncos in this one. Both the teams are not very good. I'm saying the score is going to be 17-13. I think the Broncos should be able to win this game. I mean, they have the better receivers, they have the better running backs, and they should be able to win this game, but you never really know. You never really know what's going to happen at quarterback for the Broncos. I mean, Brock Osweiler, it looks like he's going to play this game again. I'm not sure. He didn't look great last week, but I guess we'll see. I know C.J. Anderson, really the only reason I think the Broncos are going to win is because C.J. Anderson. All you need to do is get him the ball in the open field a couple times, and he'll make a big play. So I do think the Broncos will win this close game. 17-13 is going to be my score. Then for the next game we have Patriots at Raiders. I am taking the Patriots. My score will be 35-24. I think the Raiders, I don't think the Raiders are going to be good come playoff time this year. I think they might get into the playoffs, but they're probably going to lose the first game of the playoffs. It was looking like they might be better earlier this year, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think when you look for a good team, you look at the defense and you look at the offensive line and you look at the quarterback. The Raiders only have one of those things figured out right now. Their offensive line isn't playing like they should be, and I'm going to take the Patriots 35-24. I think the Patriots have won 5 in a row, I think, and they've been looking really good recently. And I don't think the Raiders are going to really stand a chance this game, but I think they will score points. But I still don't think it'll be that close. 35-24 will be my score. Then for the next game here, we have Eagles at Cowboys. My score for this game is going to be the Eagles winning this one 31-17. Now, if the Eagles were playing against a different team, I'd probably have the Eagles scoring 40. But just because it's a divisional matchup, I think it'll be closer. Even without Zeke Elliott, the Cowboys will find a way to hold Carson Wentz under like 350 yards. And it'll be a little bit closer game. Without Zeke Elliott, the Cowboys really have no chance to win these kinds of games. Because Zeke Elliott would get like 120 yards, and that would really help the Cowboys defense. And then the next game here, final game of the week, we have Falcons at Seahawks. I'm taking the Falcons, and a lot of that has to do with Richard Sherman missing this game. I think with Richard Sherman gone, we'll see a lot of Julio Jones making plays. I'm pretty sure the second cornerback for the Seattle Seahawks is also going to miss this game, so I'm definitely going to take the Falcons in this one. It looks like Jeremy Lane might have to play against Julio Jones all game, and that would be very good if you're a Falcons fan. So my score is going to be 35-27. I think the Seahawks can move the ball on offense. Russell Wilson will be able to put some stuff together, scrambling around and making plays downfield, but I still think the Falcons just look better overall without Richard Sherman on the field. My score is going to be 35-27. And that is going to be my predictions for Week 11 of the 2017 NFL season. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.